Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here with some breaking news, with some big time news. USC is getting one of their former receivers back, Kyle Ford. Man, look, you guys already know Kyle Ford, very familiar with the program. He just made it official. USC just made it official that he is coming back to USC, recommitting, hit the transfer portal once again. And look, man, Kyle Ford is a guy that I've always felt comfortable with. I've always felt like he was just a receiver that didn't get utilized that much. You guys know that I did a video about him when he hit the transfer portal going to UCLA, and I said Kyle Ford has to do what's best for him. But you know, him along with of course, you guys know Gary Bryant, I always felt they just always held a special place in my heart as far as those two being some effective players. Kyle Ford, he was very familiar. He is very familiar with the guy like Miller Moss. Miller Moss and Kyle Ford had a great relationship, had a great connection. And as a result, Miller Moss was able to connect with him on several different bombs. You guys remember a couple years ago in the spring game, Miller Moss got in there and threw that bomb to Kyle Ford up the sideline. And Kyle Ford actually caught some more passes from Miller Moss on several different occasions. And then just a few years ago as well, when a couple of receivers got hurt, you remember Michael Jackson and Kyle Ford, and I think Taj Washington, those were the guys that really stepped up. I believe that was against Utah, if my memory serves me right. But Kyle Ford was able to move and groove. But you see, he's just a big body. And I told you guys that we need another Brendan Rice to come and be a part of this receiver core team, a big body receiver that's kind of in the middle, not as tall as a Deuce Robinson or a Jacoby Lane, but just, more so on the line of a Brendan Rice type of. And Kyle Ford, he's an absolute weight room warrior. You guys see him there. So now I think he gives us that receiver that we could just really have that's in that middle type, not the small ones like a Mekhi Lemon or a Zach Branch. Not saying that they're small, but shorter guys. He's right in the middle of a Deuce Robinson, Jacoby Lane, and I like that as far as the fit. So now we got a couple guys like that. I put Jaden Richardson, the transfer from Tufts, he's in there as well with that group. So now we'll take a look at Kyle Ford's numbers because you guys know when he left, he was still, he had some decent amount of yards. I think he finished off, I believe, with more yards that year that he transferred than I think Brendan Rice, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go back and take a look at it. But you see here, this is what Kyle Ford's numbers was in 2023. He actually had the worst season and I attribute that to, I guess kind of dysfunction as far as the quarterback play. You guys know Deontay Moore. I'm not sure, that offense looked kind of weird for Chip Kelly. I remember them playing against Utah, and it's just like they put up 7 points, and I think lost that game. It was like, how in the world did 7 points when the Chip Kelly's offense, that just lets me know that the ball wasn't getting down the field. But you see here in 2023, like I said, the worst season, but he had in 2022, 365 yards, 20 receptions, 18.3 yards per catch. 70-yard bomb, that was his longest. And then even in 2021, he had a better season than that, which was than the first year, than 2023, which was 252 yards, 19 receptions. You're talking about Ford, very explosive, a guy that can absolutely move and groove, a guy that we're very familiar with, and a guy that, look, man, I'm just happy he's coming back and he's on our side. And now does USC go after another receiver? I'm comfortable. This put us, at 8 right now? You have Jaden Richardson, you have Deuce Robinson, you have Jacoby Lane, you have Zach Branch, you have Mekhi Lemon, and Kyle Ford. And so who else am I missing? I said Deuce Robinson, right? So look, we have a pretty stacked up group, and if Lincoln feels comfortable getting another one, so be it. But I'm happy now. This gives us a little bit more flexibility as far as what they can do as relates to the offense. Of course, we got Xavier Jordan. I forgot about him. And so I think we're going to be okay. I think this will put us where we need to be. Now we need to try to go get some of them big uglies, man. So you guys drop those comments in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Kyle Ford officially commits to USC. Until later, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.